Hey, it's Adam Lavelle, the wrestling snob, the Pro Wrestling Noah Network, if you will. WrestlingDoneRight.com for all the links to my social media. We're here to talk about the Magic Monday show. Pro Wrestling Noah happened yesterday, November 11th, 2024. The show kicked off with Suji Ishikawa and Suji Kondo, the two Sujis there. It's a little bit confusing when I first look at it in my notes right in front of me here. They took on Masata Tanaka and Takuya Sugiwara. Not familiar with Sugiwara at all. Forgive me. So if I mispronounced that or butchered that, please bear with me. I enjoyed this match overall. There were elements of it I wasn't a big fan of. Outside the ring, I thought they went outside the ring for an awful long time. I know some of you guys, some people out there love that. They love the outside the ring battles. I grew up a Bruiser Brody fan, so how do I not love that? Well, I don't know. Times have changed, and I wish they hadn't. If things were the way they used to be, maybe I would enjoy this even more. But I just like to see my wrestling done in ring. I just do. I'm not saying this ruined the match or made me hate it or dislike it in any way. I just thought a little bit outside too much. I also did not like Tanaka no-selling Ishikawa's finisher. I forget what he calls that. It's like a modified pile driver. It looks like it would kill you, but Tanaka actually kicks out of it. I thought that was a little bit much. I'm also still trying to understand this hardcore title. Suji Ishikawa is the hardcore champion. I know it's not hardcore like light tubes and steel chairs and craziness like we have here in America in our hardcore matches. Forgive my lighting here. I'm still trying to adjust it to get better lighting here. I'm seeing some shadows that I don't like, but I'll work on it. I don't know. Someone, if you know more about this hardcore title, I've looked it up on Wikipedia. I've looked it up everywhere I can find. I know the lineage isn't considered the same, the beginning lineage that it had. At one time, it became tag titles. Pretty much seems to me it's almost like the Monday Magic Championship, if you will. It's the title they're going to concentrate on this show. And I just don't understand the rules of it. Though the old rules used to be if you were smaller than the champion and you took him to a time limit draw, you would win the title. I don't know if that's still the case because Tanaka's definitely smaller than Ishikawa and they've got a title match coming up. Anyhow, the two Sujis win this bout. Like I said, it was decent. It didn't blow me away, but I enjoyed it overall. And now we will see Ishikawa take on Tanaka for that hardcore title next Monday. Again, if you can drop some knowledge on me on what that title is and how it works, if there's anything special about it at all, rules-wise or what have you, let me know. I've looked up and read all the old rules. I don't know what still applies. I don't know what doesn't. But I'll tell you what did arrive here is, I'm not going to bring them on camera. They're over here. Just a set of earbuds that translate. I cannot wait. They're charging. I was going to test them out tonight. I'm watching an old Noah show or maybe Monday Magic again and see how they worked. And if I have time to stay up late tonight, I will still try to do that and see how they work. But they had such a low charge that I couldn't, out of the box, 10%, I couldn't try them yet. But first match, decent, enjoyable. Some little things about it I didn't like in the fact that I don't understand that title very well. The next matchup, a five-way match. Come on. Asuka, Alejandro, Dragonbane, Eita, and Starboy Charlie. Spit it out at him. No, five-way's ridiculous. This was ridiculous. When they all got a headlock on each other and started to drag each other across the ring, I wanted to crawl under my desk and hide from embarrassment. Come on. Now, the only good thing about this match is it was over practically before it started, very fast. Asuka wins it. I think that was the right guy to win it. He recently lost a big match. It's time to get him back towards the top because he's the best junior. Him and Daga are the two best juniors in the company. I'm glad that some other guys are getting an opportunity, but this was the right winner here. I made myself watch this. I did not enjoy it. Five-way, no way. Get out of here. Next match was a six-man tag team match. Anthony Green, El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr., and Vinny Massaro. I don't know what's up with Vinny Massaro being around all of a sudden. No, I don't really hate him or anything, but it just seems odd. They took on Manabu Soya, Masa Kitamiya, and Ulka Sasaki. I was looking forward to this match. I enjoyed this match for what it was. What was it? A throwaway match that was meaningless. This match was used to further the feud of Ulka Sasaki and Jack Morris. Which I like. That's a great feud. I like this feud. I appreciate this feud. It's cool. It's awesome. But using this six-man matchup to further that, because what happened, Jack Morris ran out and beat up Ulka Sasaki to cause a throwaway, to cause the match to be tossed out. No contest. Nobody really wins here because Jack Morris had to interfere and flip Ulka Sasaki the finger. You can see the shot on Twitter. I got it going by here. So I like that it furthered their feud because it's good, and they're going to face off coming up here very soon. I think it's the 13th or 14th. No, it's not the 13th. That's tomorrow. It's very 17th. It's coming up real soon. The winner of that match will go on to face Nakamura. That's a tough call. It's probably going to be Ulga Sasaki because it seems like that's who they want to be in it. But Jack Morris, being the malcontent that he is, the heel, the bad guy, the SOB that he is, and he's doing a great job at that, wants to disrupt that, and he wants the match against Nakamura. So this bout was a throwaway used to further the feud between Ulga Sasaki and Jack Morris. Didn't make me hate it, but it disappointed me because I would have enjoyed this match going to its final end. Anyhow, the next matchup, very interesting. It was a West Coast Pro Wrestling heavyweight title match in Noah. I mean, West Coast Pro, they're successful. I think they're highly successful. I don't really watch them, not because I have anything against them. I just don't have time to watch independent companies, American independent companies. I used to work as a commentator for numerous American independent companies. You can read about that at WrestlingDoneRight.com, clicking on my bio. But I have nothing against this happening here. Titus Alexander challenged Kevin Blackwood for the championship. This match was really good, except for the last couple minutes. Now, it wasn't terrible, and the match wasn't ruined at the last couple of minutes, but I'm telling you, the last 5-6 minutes of this was ridiculously over-the-top finishing moves spammed over and over and over, and both guys kicking out of them. That made it a complete American-style, hokey-pokey, goofy, ridiculous stuff. It's what turned me off of the independents in American wrestling. They're overdone. The big, huge moves that look like they should hospitalize somebody being kicked out of time and again until the end when Titus Alexander captured the West Coast Pro Championship on a Pro Wrestling Noah event. I think that's impressive. I think they should be proud of that, and they are. I don't have anything against the company. I don't have anything against either one of these wrestlers. I'm just honest, and I didn't care for the last couple minutes of this match. The rest of it was fine. So overall, it was a fine match. Congratulations to Alexander, who's great. Every time I see him, he does an incredible job. But I didn't like the last couple minutes. But the match was fine for what it was. Now it was time for the match. This isn't the main event, which kind of blows my mind. But this is the match I've been waiting on. This was the Battle Royal to crown the very first GHC Women's Championship. Something I thought I would never see in Noah, and I was fine with that. And I like women. I like Marigold. You can check out my Marigold YouTube channel if you want. It's not linked anywhere. I'm weird when it comes to the Joshi scene, okay? I'm weird. Weird isn't the right term. I'm reclusive. Because, even though I'm sitting here admitting it online, many Joshi fans are weird. I'm not one of them. But many of them are quite strange. I'm sorry. I've experienced some very, very strange things with them. So even though I'm telling you I have a Marigold channel here, I let people find it by themselves because I've had some weird experience with Joshi fans. But I just never expected to see them in Noah. I just really didn't. But I think they're just pretty much copying New Japan here. And that's okay. I mean, we had Kyoki Amare in here, Bozilla, Chigusa Nagayo, who was one of the Crush Girls. If you remember the Crush Girls way back in the day, she's retired, but comes out for special events here or there, came out for this. Great Sequoia, the granddaughter of the Great Muta, love that gimmick. Miko Ayano, the Open National Champion, the United National Champion of Marigold. Miyaki Takase, wasn't familiar with her, but damn, she's good. If Marigold would get her, that would be major. This girl, Miyuki Takase, if I'm saying that right, she was great. Nightshade, Sadie Gibbs, who I thought was gone from wrestling. She was in AEW for a time. Wasn't real good. She was pretty good here. I thought she looked good here. She was in this. And Takumi Aroha. And Utami Hayashishita. And you thought I was coming to the end there, but no. Takami Aroha is an incredible wrestler. I've seen her many times. She's in Marvelous. Utami Hayashishita, the one of the top stars, one of the aces of Marigold in you, a very well-known wrestler. I don't know if she's in Marvelous or where she's working, but she's very good and very well-known. This was a great battle royal. I'm not a big fan of battle royals. A lot of times there's too much comedy in them. There wasn't really much comedy in this at all. Bozilla did incredible. She wasn't your winner, but she looked really good. Sadie Gibbs everybody in this was good. Chigusa Nagayo, little bit, I don't know, I guess it was comedy to a point, even though she's not a comedy wrestler. She went up against Bozilla and hurt her hand, chopping her several times, and pretty much eliminated herself. She went up against Bozilla, realized she was a big son of a bitch, that she wasn't going to chop down to size, and said to hell with this, and pretty much jumped over the rope. Not jumped, but slowly climbed over the rope and eliminated herself for the most part. She was aided by the great Sakuya, who misted several people. I love the mist. I'm a mark for that shit. And then some people think that's corny. It's not comedy. The great Muta did it. The first time I saw it, you got to remember, I was a young teenager, 13, 14, and I was like, what the hell was that? Great Muta blowing some kind of colored mist in somebody's face. I'd never seen it before. And I was like, damn, what the shit? And so I know it's kind of goofy now that I'm an adult 54-year-old man, but I still enjoy it. It can be overdone. Sometimes there's too many people who use it, but generally I'm a big fan of it, and it worked here. Sequoia got very close to the end. Sadie Gibbs got very close to the end, but in the end, surprising winner that some people are moaning and crying and complaining about because she's not super experienced. She still has a little greenness in her. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Marigold's Twin Tower, one of the Twins Tower with Chika Goto, recently teaming with Utami Hayashishita. Kyoki Amare wins this, the tall blonde girl in the purple. I'm fine with this. Number one, I'm a Marigold fan. Number two, she's going to be big time. Rossi sees something in her. I trust Rossi's judgment. And she's not bad. She uses the big boot a ridiculous amount of time. I call her the big booty mommy. She is the best at the big boot, baby. And that's it. She used that numerous times to win this battle royal and become the very first GHC women's champion. That's impressive. I can't wait to see her title defenses. I think she will grow into this. I think she's going to be a great champion. Maybe she'll lose it quick. I hope not. I think she's going to be a big star, and I think Rossi sees that, and this is the start of it. Rossi's not in control of Noah, so he couldn't demand that this happen or anything. So somebody in Noah sees something in her. Those of you who are complaining that it should have gone to Aroha or, Shishita or somebody with much more experience, Miku Ayano, who I noticed, Isami pointed out, she couldn't believe she struggled to get in the ring. And I saw that. Like, she pushed down the second rope and went to jump into the ring, and sort of the rope came up on her, and she didn't fall, but she stumbled back and had to get in the ring again. I'm not going to fault her for that. Have you ever gotten into a ring? Sometimes those ropes can play tricks on you. I know one time I got into a ring and stepped through the top and second rope, and that rope came up early on me and hit me in a spot I wasn't very fond of. And I had to sort of grit and bear it because I didn't want the crowd to know that I did something so stupid. You let that bottom rope go before you're fully in the ring and you're in trouble. Trust me, that can happen once in a while, no matter how many times you've been in a ring. But I'm making a bigger deal out of that than it was. This was fun. This was solid. I was on the edge of my seat enjoying every second of this battle royal. Congrats to Kyoki Amare, the new inaugural GHC Women's Champion. And I like that belt. That's a nice looking belt as well. Wow. Then we had a main event. This blew my mind that this was going to go on after the Battle Royal, but it did its job. It kept up and maybe surpassed the Battle Royal. What match was it? All Rebellion. Kai Fujimura and Kaito Kiyomiya took on Takashi Zagura and Yu Awada. I love this. I love all four of these guys. I've had to grow into Kaito Kiyomiya. I mean, when he was wearing that peacock robe around, well, that didn't make me hate him, but that was stupid looking. I don't like overly flamboyant wrestlers. And I know being flamboyant in wrestling helps with your popularity to get you over and what have you. At, television or streaming or whatever makes you stand out. It's Noah. I want the champion of Noah to be a kick-ass man, not some flamboyant weirdo. And Kaito Kiyomiya has pressed it at sometimes. But as of late. You know, he learned a lot from Keiji Muto, picked up some of his qualities. One of my all-time favorite wrestlers, the great Keiji Muto. So I'm loving that. I love the Killing Machine, Takashi Zagura. I think Yu Owada stands a chance of being like Takashi Zagura. I really see him in that kind of mold eventually. And Kai Fujimura has grown on me tremendously. This was wrestling. These guys beat on each other. Wonderful match. The kind of wrestling that I absolutely love. So you give me this really fun, solid battle royal to crown the first women's champion, and then you finish this show with a match that is all Noah. This is Noah style wrestling to me, this main event, and I appreciate it and loved it. Kiyomiya wins it by taking out the opponent he's going to face. Takashi Zagura coming up for that title. That's going to be great. And then Kaito Kiyomiya gets on the mic and gets all mouthy with Zagura, has an attitude, is bold, isn't afraid of him, really stepping up. Loved it. This show was a solid 9 out of 10. That 5-way takes a point off it. It could almost make 2. I was almost ready to give it an 8. I enjoyed it very much, but that 5-way was embarrassingly bad and just pointless. You don't have 5-way. 4-ways are ridiculous. 5-ways are pointless. Please don't do that again, Nosawa. Come on. No more 5-ways. This isn't Pro Wrestling Gorilla. Okay, this is Pro Wrestling Noah, and there's a gigantic difference, or at least there should be. But that's my view on this past Monday Magic Show, November 11th, 2024. I'll be back with more Noah coverage before you know it. Thanks for joining me. Please subscribe to the YouTube, please.